就先今天的安排就请李小静老师先来谈他过去的一个创作，就是今天的主题是在演化时空。那在中国的文化里面，其实我们可以看到，这个华人文化一直对人类这样一个我们今天这个主题，人类欲望，我们像现在过年快到，大家就提到人都希望怎样，希望幸福平安啊。那过去我们常常说这个福禄寿啊，这是人的欲望里面去探讨，但常常就是把它归咎到天可能你的这个像命这个东西，还有一个后天的就是命运啊。那么在谈这个时候，常常把它跟天道跟地，我们常常说天的运行，还有一个就是像在比较玄学的角度是天干地支这些人可能很容易跟某些东西相关一个是天，那个是一个是在地面上呢，你要观察是人的命和人的性格，会常常去这里处理到像我们的一个大家的一个知道一个民俗信仰，就是类似12生肖的概念。虽然我们是人，但是呢，可能有些性格上，你可以在地面上的这些动物生物里面找到一些可以呼应的，像你的性格，或是你的，或者一般人的脾气这个东西，我们像这个牛脾气，这个人怎样哈，那其实这个是很有趣的一个，就是说某些又很遥远，跟星座、跟宇宙的一个大的一个天体，因为跟你周边的一些动物做一些呼应。那李小静老师其实他的作品很多在探讨可能人的时候，又去关照这个这个动物跟人的关系，其实我们也是动物演化过来。如果是不管是从创造论的角度，从演化的角度，我们跟动物其实，在很多情况下是可以所谓生命等价这样去看。有时候我们就变成用动物变成我们的一个参考、一个参照。好，我们这个艺术家今天从一个创作的角度去谈这样的一个话题，我觉得是今天做一个很好的一个，接着这个学术的一个探讨，又接着从创作的角度来谈。那我们今天就是先请李小庆老师来开始，谢谢。
谢谢施馆长，谢谢这个策展人，陈明慧请我过来这边，我感觉很荣幸，我可以跟大家一起展览，而且一些国际间很知名的 international 的 artists showing work together. I appreciate it. Thank you. 那抱歉，我这中英文乱讲在一起。那我坐下来，还是我应该站着讲？我可以坐下来。我想很抱歉，我的声音不好，请大家包涵。我做这些作品的时候是基于一个原则，就是我出于东方的文化跟宗教信仰的一个结果也好，基于科学的进化论也好，我个人其实是相信我们人跟动物有着很密切的关系。我也基于另外一个理由做我的创作，就是我觉得我相信进化论，我相信我们人类的文明，我们的进化有50 million years of a history， 所以我们的过去是一个很漫长的演化，我们变成今天有一个我们自己的文化行为跟各种的这种礼俗，其实都是昨天晚上才发生的一件事情。基于这种算是我个人的一种哲学好了，我觉得我们做了很多的事情，有很多的思想，有很多的犯了一些错误。最基本的一个原因就是我们的兽性其实并没有完全解除，我们仍然有很多的这种过去的一种几5000万年的一种历史来困扰我们，使我们做了很多的罪恶，使我们有很多的妄想，使我们有很多的兽欲，那就是我 做我的创作的一个基本。那另外一件事情就是，我今天带来一个 PowerPoint 要跟大家分享的是我的创作的一个过程。我觉得我在离开台湾之前，我最困惑的就是我没有得到一个好的老师可以告诉我的作品是哪里是对，哪里是不对，我应该往哪走，我应该往哪去，然后我怎么样子可以做个艺术家。做一个艺术家要经过一些什么样子的这种挑战。那我觉得我今天可以带回来的就是我自己的一个经验，我愿意跟大家来分享，也是我觉得在座很多年轻有志于想要从事艺术创作的人，可能也可以有一种参考的一种资料。那么我现在就放一些我的这个 PowerPoint。我是从1979年 1979搬到纽约的苏活区。那个时候我决定放弃我的 commercial photographer 的 career， 然后想要做纯艺术的创作。那个时候我曾经用过10年的时间 ，10 years， 一直在研讨，在不断的在放弃自己做的东西，在否定自己的情形之下，在被很多的画廊不断的淘汰、不断的 reject 的情形之下，然后慢慢的找出一条自己要走的路。那我觉得我能够在纽约，就是有这种机会，使我可以认识自己，可以知道自己应该往哪边走。那这一点是我把它当作是一个幸运。前面有2个系列来讲的话，就是我曾经就觉得，因为在80年代的时候，摄影开始在画廊出现的时候都是黑白的，那我就觉得应该要做一些彩色的系列。到了第2个系列就是这个游民的系列，那么我就觉得要比较探讨一些人文的关怀，放弃我自己个人的一种浪漫跟自己的，你知道吧，这个诗人的一些喜怒哀乐，所以我选择了那游民的系列。而且呢，我也花了很多时间是在暗房，就是我曾经就是每个周末，因为我白天还是继续我做我的 commercial photographer， 我是做 shooting fashion， 但是我到周末我就会租下来整个的 color lab， 然后来做彩色的放大尝试。可是一直到了92年，发现这些事情电脑都可以帮我做的时候，我就重新整理过自己，做了一套12生肖的系列。当初我做这个12生肖的时候是基于，我想我应该讲的是，那个时候我常常去看一些大型的一些这个双年展。那在80年代的时候，这个观念艺术就比较强了。我在想，如果有一组人像的这个肖像，那么他们每一个人象征的是我们这个中国人相信的这个12生肖的影像的话，可能是一个很大的一个挑战。那我经过了1年的时间，做了这个12生肖。这个是 Year of the Ox。那这张作品大概后来就变成这一个系列里面的大概一个代表，一直到 昨天还有法国的一个大学，他们要用这张做他们的教科书的一些介绍。那这个是 Year of the Tiger。这些人的话，当初因为我在一个150个人的，等于是广告跟摄影各方面的这种公司工作，所以周边有很多年轻人，那他们就义务的帮我做 model。那我基本上像这个人，我就问他你是哪一年生的，一算他是 Year of the Chicken the Rooster， 那我就把它做成一个鸡的样子。但是我做这些系列的时候，我有一个原则，因为我觉得我的观众将会是国际的，所以我希望我选择的人模特儿不要限制于东方的人，我希望各种人种、各种的人都出现在我的作品中，各个的年龄层也出现在我的角色里面。而且我在做这些东西的选择的时候，我希望他们像人是一个人，像某一种动物，我不希望他们变成一个像是一个 midnight 这个 horror show 的一个 creature。我不希望别人看到我的东西会笑，会觉得是一个 funny， 是觉得这个东西很好玩。但是我希望他们看到我的作品，会觉得是一个艺术。那么我想要提醒诸位的就是，任何是这个 digital art 在90年代是一个 brand new、totally new 的一个新的 media。那么在这种新的素材一旦发生的时候、出现的时候，往往要很长很长一段时间才会被艺术的接受。就是艺术，他们很排斥新的东西，有一种这种趋向。即使是摄影，也是出现了100多年，然后才被当作是艺术来看待的。那么我自己做了一些思考，就是说是我的做出来推出来的东西，第一个我不要它好笑，第二个我不要它可怕，第三个我希望它还是要在比较传统保守的形象之下出现。所以我刚做的时候，他们都没有表情，都很木讷，然后他们也都没有色彩，因为我觉得这种情形之下比较容易被大家看作是艺术品，而不会太当作一种嬉闹的一种题材。那么我第一个系列推出来的时候，曾经是非常的被大众肯定，也觉得好像是在视觉上面得到了一个新的经验来看这些影像，所以曾经是就算是蛮成功的在那个时候。所以我很快的赶快推出第2套系列，因为我怕别人或许会做一样的东西，我就没有一个特别的立场。那第2套系列我就用的也是中国的这个阎王殿，就是 afterlife 的一个 judgment 的一种审判。那么我曾经讲过一句话，就是在纽约，你第一次露面在一个大的画廊给一个展览，你的观众是来自于世界各地，他们也可能都是吃过见过的人。那么他们到你家来第一次好像来看展览，好像是第一次到你家来吃饭的意思差不多，你好像是请客。所以我们是艺术家，就要做，等于是我们要显出1-2个拿手好菜。但是我想我是一个东方的人，我是来自台湾的，等于是华人。那么如果一些国际人到我家来吃饭，我拿出来第一道菜是一个法国南方的小菜，大家反而觉得很奇怪。所以我选择要采用我们中国人，我们东方，我们属于我自己熟悉的题材。 那前面有一个就是 Judge of Death 跟他的左右的一个 Guard， 然后另外我还做了10个，就是陪审团。这些陪审团的人，等于是我小时候看的一些漫画的一些主角，他们刚才有什么金钱豹啊，有狐狸精啊，有海龙王啊，有猪八戒啊。那我想，就有一天，如果我经过这个地府的时候，这些人可能是我会遇见的。那这一套作品当初在 Henry Art Museum 跟一些不同的地方展览的时候，跟一些杂志上面的一些介绍。那到了第3个系列，我就是做的一个108众生像。那是因为我在有一年去中国大陆拍摄，到了一个很有名的一个庙，叫做寒山寺。在寒山寺的时候，最有名的就是他逢年过节会敲钟108响，普度108种的芸众生。所以我就觉得这个是很好的一个题材，我想要一次做108个这个肖像，来为这些108种的众生做一些，为他们做出一个面貌来。那这108个众生里面，当然就是我按照佛家他们讲的有天道，有地道，有这个众生道，有恶鬼道，有这些各种的情形。所以这里面除了人跟动物之外，也有人跟这个神，跟人跟鬼，人跟这种守护神之间的一些尝试。那这套作品曾经在2003年参加过，这是代表台湾参加过威尼斯双年展，也在2004年在英国的 Whitstable 的 Biennial 参加过这个他们的双年展。在1997年的时候，我很幸运，大概是一生中最幸运的一件事情，就是《纽约时报》他们的特别的周末的一种刊物出版了一期，就是以 technology 为主题的一个特别的刊物。在那一期里面，他们邀请了5位艺术家。这些艺术家都是以科技做他们创作的一些工具。那我被排在，他们在那个文章里面，他们给了一个 Electronic Gallery。那我被邀请参与这一件事情。那我就做了一个进化，就是把自己的像做成了一个动物。不是动物形象的一个猿猴，一直慢慢进化到人类。然后我讲的话就是说，是因为我们的进化，我们不再需要在黑暗中去找食物了，所以我们的眼睛会越来越小，然后我们的这个大脑因为越来越需要，所以说我们的前额也会越来越高。然后我说我们的耳朵不会变化，因为我们需要听的东西还是一样。但是呢，我们会越来越没有我们种族的界限，因为种族之间的通婚会越来越普及，地球会越来越小。那基于这一个从猿猴到人的这个，给我了一个启发，就是我做了一个假设人是从水里面的一种鱼，到爬虫，到 这个冷血动物到热血动物，一直到猿猴，然后最后才演化成人类的这个漫长的一种假想。这是一张比较 close up 的，这是当初在纽约我的代理画廊在 OK Harris 展出的时候的场景。对不起，我的 video 好像没有 load 上来。哦，我有一个 video， 就是他们大概没有摆到这个电脑上面来。Anyway， 就是我把这些图片组成了一个5 minute 的一个 animation presentation。那这个5 minute 的 animation presentation，too late 吧 ，too late。那么这个 video 呢，可能变成我最具代表性的一个作品，因为他参加过很多，包括 Ars Electronica， 包括英国的 Science Museum 跟去年的 Documenta， 英国的 Wellcome Trust 的通通有收集。这个是在2005年的，这个在 Linz 的 Ars Electronica， 他们用了我这一套东西作为他们的一个 image 的一个形象的一个代表。那对不起 ，have a drink. It's cold. 那到后来的时候，我就觉得我前面做的东西，我从东方的东西做到了西方的一种进化论，是比较科学的东西。那么我下面再要探讨的就是我们时下我们的人，年轻的人，他们的生活内容，就是我做了一道夜生活。有一段时间我在纽约有一个工作室，那工作室也是接受一些 commercial 的一些这个 assignment， 包括我的客人，包括从伦敦来的 Microsoft 什么，当有一些很难做的影像，没人做得出来的影像，他们会想到我。那为了这个，也让我还算容易的活过几年。那在做这个夜生活的那段时间，就是常常有一些 art director， 等于是我的客人，他们从伦敦啊，从这个荷兰啊，要过来做东西的时候，他们会在纽约住下来住几天。那我晚上就要陪他们 entertain them。那我是一个生活比较拘谨的人，他们呢需要的是 night life， 所以我要陪他们去 bar， 陪他们去 night club。那我要 entertain them， 但是呢，他们 at the meanwhile， 他们有很多的这个 good moment， 你知道吧？东看西看的。但是我呢，就是我觉得这是一个对我来讲是一个格格不入的一个环境。我就往往会坐在一个角落，然后冷眼看这些人的形形色色，然后我就发现，哇，有些女的她不是就像是一个猎物啊，把自己打扮成一个很吸引男人的样子，希望能够碰到一个男的会在一个 night club 把他 pick up， 但是男人呢又做得很酷的样子，眼睛四处的张望， 就在像是一个猎人在找这个猎物一样，所以给我的一个启发，我觉得在晚上，人过了某一个时间，酒多喝了几杯以后，他们的兽性可能更容易出现。那么在夜生活 （night life） 也是同双关语，也是晚上的生命，所以我就做了这个 night life， 而且我就决定我不要再做黑白的了，我要做彩色的，而且。当初那个时候，我用的摄影机其实是那个时候是最好的，那就是用的是 Hasselblad 他们的一个 camera 后面 attach 一个 digital 的一个 scanner 的 digital bag， 可是那个时候每一张照片也不过只有6个 megapixel。是不是叫做600万画素？我不知道这个怎么翻。所以呢，为了将来这个作品可以很大，像是一个人的话，每个人都是3张照片组合起来，就他们的头像、他们的身体、他们的腿，其实是3张照片。然后呢，照完了以后，再慢慢的用 Photoshop 一点一点的改变。这些人，他们是当初像中间这个女孩子，她是一个以色列的一个演员，她到纽约去玩。那个时候我在画廊正好有一个展览，她就跟画廊的经理讲，我下一次如果有需要模特儿，她愿意做我的 model。所以当然我就开始了，正好准备要拍这个系列。结果他又把他的寝室的 roommate 带来，他的 roommate 是一个 tattoo artist， 然后这个 tattoo artist 又把他的朋友带来，然后最后一个，到后来的时候，我就变成来了一大群人轮流的都过来拍照。那唯一的就是有一次这个 tattoo artist 他过生日。他邀请我去他的生日 party， 我觉得人家都来帮我，我怎么能够说是你过生日 ？I don't want to go. That's not what I'm doing. 然后我就去了以后，原来就是一个酒吧，每个人要自己花钱买自己的酒，是这样子。然后呢，我呢也就是看到有一个女的就到我旁边来，我就觉得 Why not？ 我也可以 pick up someone maybe， 我就开始。发挥我那些 art director 那些 client 他们的 skill， 你知道吧？开始跟女生讲话，然后跟他们讲，就说哦 ，Can I buy you a drink？ 那个女的哦 ，Sure， 然后就开始讲话。最后我就问她是什么，她说她是做学校的人体模特儿。我觉得那也蛮好的，她既然可以做模特儿，所以说我就请她来我的工作室拍她，拍的比较暴露，就是。坐在中间我旁边的那个比较暴露的一点的那个女的，她是唯一就是说是我自己去调来的。那在2006年的时候，策展人林书明他策展这个上海双年展。他看到我的夜生活，他很喜欢，他希望我回上海也做个夜生活，所以这个是一个上海夜生活。有人后来跟我讲，那你可以再做个伦敦夜生活，你可以再做一个这个南非夜生活。我说我不喜欢这样子做，我不觉得重复是有趣味的一件事情。这个是上海夜生活中间的一些人物的造型，一些角色。那到了2004年，我就做了另外一个探讨，就是我想，我已经做了蛮多的人有兽性，那么我觉得我应该也做一些动物，他们也可能也会有人性的这一个 探讨。那我是说，这边英文已经有了，就说是科学不断的进步，它改进了我们的生活，但是呢，它永远也不会让人满足人的欲望。为了想要活得更久，人有一天会改变动物的基因，他们的 DNA， 然后把动物养成可以取代我们人类生病或者老化器官的一个资源。那么在这种情形之下，总有一天会在哪一个地方有这么一个小小的一个村落，里面住的全是一些就是这种像人的动物，因为这些动物它有人的器官，有人的各方面的这种基因改造，它有一天也会慢慢像人形的。我觉得，就是我去问过一些科学家，他说，为什么用猪的器官？今天像是现在有很多人的肝啊什么各方面已经被养的猪来代替，为什么？因为猪跟我们人其实是很接近的。猪吃的东西跟我们人吃的东西一样，猪肉跟我们人肉长得也是最像的，这个牛肉跟我们人肉其实长得是不像的。那么另外还有一个就是猪的基因染色体有94%跟我们人类是一模一样，但是那6%并不是不一样，是长期以来被蛋白质给角质化了，给覆盖了。所以在几千万年前，我们跟猪应该是大概是兄弟姐妹吧，我想至少是。那我讲未来的猪是变成那样，那未来的小孩子可能是变成这个样子。有一天，这个猪生下来4个月，长大了以后就变成它的肝是为了钾，它的肾是为了乙，它的这个心脏是为了丙，然后剩下来的地方照样还是因为身上已经有这些 tattoo， 哪边是里脊肉，哪边是火腿，哪边是肚裆，这些统统还是可以照样还是可以拿去卖。那拍摄猪是我在中国一个乡村，因为在美国进入一些养殖场是非常非常麻烦的一件事情，所以我就到中国去。中国有一个间接认识一个人，他就给我了200头猪，随便我怎么拍。那我就把猪所有的部分，所有的这个角度，我统统拍下来，作为将来的一个 material 的一个素材。那同时呢，我也请了一些当地的一些裁缝店帮我定制了，特别打造了一些衣服，所以请当地的一些年轻的朋友们穿上，为我增加了一些素材，然后结果我就做出来了这个一个系列的东西。那我是觉得，有一天有一些这些猪，有一些这些动物，它们都有很强烈的人性。那人到了那天怎么样对待他们？人一定不会准许他们跟我们活在一起，他们会有他们的一个村落，一个他们的 village， 然后在那个 village 里面，人也照样会觉得很 guilt， 觉得我们真是很对不起这些半人半动物的人，所以会给他们很多的 entertainment， 就像是劳军啊这样子，所以会有一些飞机飞过去啊，然后告诉他哪一天有一个 fair 啦，哪一天有一个 festival， 然后另外一方面就是这些猪，他们有一天，他们有人的这种思维了以后，他们也会爱美，因为爱美之心人皆有之，对不对？他们也会 想要吃点好的，所以我就假想，有一天会有一个地方，他们有很多的面具，然后这些猪可以戴一些人的面具啊，什么这样子。这个就是这个系列的一个。那到了2007，我就做了一套系列，就是一个 Jungle。那 Jungle 的也是从那个 Nightlife 起来，我觉得这些人应该是我们的社会，其实就等于是一个丛林。我们其实也面对着很多的这种危险，跟有很多的机会。那么我们要在里面度过，其实就跟在一个丛林里面没有太多的分别。这个是下面是丛林，是在东京日东画廊展览，上面是在这个台南的嘉利画廊展览。嘉利画廊这个杜小姐主持人，她很有脑筋，她特别把她的展场装了一些装置的植物、动物、植物，然后让它感觉上比较像是这个配合我的主题。那这一套作品也曾经在台南的成大这个发表过，好像在那边陈设了2年，最近大概才拿下来。我是觉得，为一个艺术工作的人，他的作品最后的时候，每个人都回头来看，他有这个系列，有那个系列，他早期作品、中期作品、晚期作品。但是到最后的时候，都是还要有一个情况，就是别人会把你的作品整体来看，来探讨。那个时候你就会发现你缺了什么。所以我就觉得我在准备我的作品中间，就像是组织一个军队一样。我今天有了步兵，但是我没有伞兵是不行的。所以说我有人，然后我有动物，但是我没有一些更幻想的东西，我没有一些动物的身体、人的脸，所以我做了这个梦的系列。这些一些比较都是我自己拍了我自己。在早期的时候，我用 Hasselblad， 到了后来的时候，这些照片我就觉得我用的多半都是这个 Canon G10， 因为我慢慢的就是发现一件事情，我觉得很多人做传统摄影的人，他们包括我自己，在过去我们觉得这个 quality is very important， 就是一个摄影作品它的品质很重要。但是慢慢的我发现，摄影的品质不是最重要的。一张好的摄影，它的感觉，它的 feeling， 然后是比一个品质更重要。一个 feeling 之外，有更重要的东西，就是它的 message， 它是传递是什么样子的讯息。一个作品没有讯息，没有让人家感到共鸣的话，也是没有什么特别意思。那这个 Dream Series 我还开始就做了一些立体的部分的东西。This is about it. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. So it's very interesting to see that the first project that was shown was I Ching, the Chinese Zodiac, because that's what we're going to talk about. First, we want to thank so much the director and Ming and everybody, the team, just so great to us, because we did everything last minute and we developed the piece specifically for this environment. So we kept changing, and everybody here was very accommodating, so thank you. So we're going to talk about the Hox Zodiac, and two of us have been collaborating for about 5 years on this project. And it started with us meeting at UCLA and wanting to work together. And I wanted to know what Siddharth would be interested in doing outside of grants, outside of science. Like, what is it that you would do? And he said, the Hox gene. Hox? What's Hox? It sounds cool. It's the Homeobox gene. And he explained it to me as the gene that every being shares, from a snail to an elephant to humans. So we all have the gene that determines that we have 2 hands, 2 arms, 2 eyes, 4 legs, and so on. And it was something that was very difficult to process. How do you show something like that that's shared by all of us? And then I got an invitation to do an exhibition in Shanghai, and it hit me. There's the Chinese Zodiac. So that became kind of a framework where the whole thing is about process and about creating context for the audience to teach us. So this piece has been shown in Shanghai, Hong Kong, and now in Taiwan. And we don't pretend to tell the Chinese or Asian audience about the I Ching. We want to learn about it. But we also want to expand the idea of the Chinese zodiac that we identify with. So I'm a boar, and Sid is a sheep. And we're expanding the idea of what that means. So go ahead.
I'm a scientist, and from my perspective, I think Hox genes are very important for everyone to know. And it's a very simple concept, but it's a very beautiful concept that I think it's very easy to understand, that underneath it all, in the core of all of us, are these genes that define your head, your feet, your hands, and it's the same in all of us. It's the same in snails, it's the same in elephants, it's the same in whales. So even though we look around us and we see so many different creatures which are all so beautiful and different, underneath it all, we are all the same. And that's a really nice part about Hox genes, is they have been conserved across evolution. So right from down there, the sponges, all the way up to the humans, it's the same set of genes that have been conserved all the way across evolution. So that is the concept that we really wanted to bring forth and hope that the audience will take away from it. So the nice part about these genes is they are arranged in a certain order in your chromosomes inside your DNA, and it is the same order in which your embryo develops. So on the left is the gene for coding your head, and all the way to the right is the gene for coding your feet. And that is how the embryo is also patterned. And the patterning happens by this series of different chemical gradients that spread across, and it both defines the spatial, so how the regions are defined, and it also times the development. So for example, the snake will have a really long body because the timing of it changes. And now we are at a point where in labs you can manipulate these genes and cause mutations. So down here you see a regular fly on the left, and right next to it you see a fly with 4 wings instead of 2. And on the right you see a fly with legs on its head. And now it's becoming very common for scientists to manipulate these genes and create these mutant animals. And as was just told, we are also creating animals with xeno organs and ears on their back and so on. So we are in the process of creating a lot of these monsters or mutants. And that was the concept of the collinearity. And ultimately, that embryo will give rise to a body. And you can imagine yourself over there with your head on this left side and your butt sticking up on the right. And that's exactly what we are. We are just a fly with a different form.
So this image is not Photoshop. This is actually a fly with legs instead of its antennas. And he showed that to an artist, and it just, you can kind of keep going with it. So we started researching the idea of chimeras and mutants. And one time, I don't know if you remember, that we had dinner at Siddharth's house, and his uncle was there. We had Indian dinner. We talked about the Hox project, and he said, well, I think those beings actually existed at one point, because in Indian mythology, as technology climbs up in 10,000 years or so, there's a point where humans have access to incredible technology, and if they don't use it for the good of the world, it goes into the dark age, and then we start again. And this was amazing to me, because I thought, wow, maybe it did happen. Maybe we did have Shivas and unicorns, and maybe these weren't invented creatures. And then I discovered this, which is, again, not Photoshop. This is a young girl that was born in an Indian village, and there was two things going on at the same time. And on the one side, she was worshipped because she came as a Shiva. On the other side, the doctors had to come up with a very difficult operation for her. So we were looking at mythology and science at the same time, and how artists treated this subject, and learning more and more about the Chinese zodiac, which actually is incredibly complex, really layered with not only the usual characteristics, but related to your organs, to herbs, to different relations of animals, different water, earth, metal elements, and so on and so forth. But in discovering this, what we figured out that it's pretty amazing. It's also very clearly yin and yang, because exactly half of the animals are used in the lab and half are not. So you see here the lab animals and the animals that are not used in labs. And then we looked at the Jung's look at the collective and the unconscious, and the I Ching connected to the genetic code, which amazingly a few books were written about. The I Ching at the end is something that I was throwing when I was 17. I think a lot of people go through that phase, but I started looking at it in a different way again, and just kind of exploring different ideas of how we look at the unconscious and the collective, and going back and forth in discussion with Siddharth on the medical and scientific aspects. This is, for instance, a cell of a rat. So just very briefly, if you take just each of the zodiac signs and start dissecting it in relation to us, you can see it in culture. This is in Western culture. The rat in relation to the plague, which, by the way, happened because the witches were being burned along with cats. They were actually eating the rats and protecting the people. And then you see the rat as a symbol. Donna Haraway, that's been mentioned here many times, and the Desert Storm is the rat, and then you have the transgenic rats that are actually copyrighted and used as objects. And then I'll pass it on to Siddharth, who started really expanding my idea of consciousness and animals. As a neuroscientist working with animals, he was really interested in how the consciousness differs, or how much it's much more than we usually think in relation to animals.
So it is really fascinating as to how many animals are used, and we don't, as a scientist, a lot of us don't even experience the behavior of the animal. They just sit in a little room, and then on the day of your experiment, you take them and you use them for your experiments. But there's so much behavior and so much information we gain out of them. So that value is kind of lost. And we wanted to make sure that when people walk into an exhibit, they assume the role of the animal, and they almost, in a certain way, become the animal, which you are with your Chinese zodiac. So that is another aspect that we wanted to bring out. So the first iteration of our project.
So first we started thinking in a kind of interactive way where you're standing and you're seeing an image of yourself, and then these limbs are added on. And that seemed okay, but after 36 versions, we decided we actually didn't like it. So we scrapped that, and I started looking at the roulette. And thinking of the genetic roulette, these are petri dishes. Now this was supposed to be on the wall, and we just put it down to look at it, and students were just naturally sitting at it as a table. And this is how it slowly started evolving as a kind of a place where people sit and discuss and look at how the zodiac works. So where it really kind of took off in that direction was 2 years ago in Hong Kong, where we created a sort of a dinner table that would be just discussion, and to ask if you were, for instance, a chicken, a pig, you can eat yourself, right? But you wouldn't really eat yourself if you were a rat. So you talk about consuming yourself. We had all these different questions, and it slowly evolved. I'll pass it on to you.
It was nice. A lot of the project evolved on site, which is why we decided to make everything site specific. I was wandering around Hong Kong, and I went into a shop and I saw a mannequin, and I said, I want that mannequin. And the shopkeeper wouldn't sell it to me, so then I asked, where do I get it? And I found there's a whole street of mannequins in Hong Kong. And so the aesthetic of the project evolved from there. And it was really interesting that people sat down, and suddenly we started learning more about the herbs we brought in. We started learning about people's experience with their bodies. And as people started discussing about mutations, their fears, and their body parts, the whole exhibition and the whole interaction evolved into something more than we could have brought in ourselves.
So here we are. This is the iteration that we're getting closer. We're doing something that's very dangerous in the art world. We're actually trying things out in public. And this one is getting closer because we're actually giving elements that are coming from the lab, from the cuisine, and then from the actual astrology. And we're using the I Ching. So basically we're providing the participants with elements, and then the context, and to see what everybody will come up with. So there's a notebook, and people can start drawing their own way of seeing themselves in relation to others. And it's really amazing when you see 12 people sitting at a table who you start looking at as those animals and discussing what they're used for. So when you read something about what a sheep is used for, its animals, and it just really becomes a nice discussion. But it's funny, but it's also expanding the whole idea of the zodiac.
So there are different elements in this table. There's a sphere in the middle, which is signifying the egg and the nucleus where the DNA is. And there are 12 animals that are sitting around, and all the, you'll see tweezers and boxes that are used in labs, and little tubes where you'll deposit a piece of your DNA, either by spitting into it or by putting a piece of your hair into it. And you're wearing your lab coats, and there are petri dishes with herbs that cure different parts of your body's ailments, which are also associated with parts of the zodiac. And then we brought the I Ching cards into it, which is really beautiful because if you look at those lines at the bottom, those are the I Ching lines, but that's also how chromosomes are represented in scientific literature when you're having transfer of genetic information happening. And we realized this as we looked more and more into this particular thing. So we created a game, and we had a lot of fun creating it here. And here are some of the people who helped us with it. And it's been a lot of fun working here. And this is our final product. And we hope that you will come and play the game with us. Here are some, we actually had like about 12 people actually sit yesterday, and you can see the mutant animal drawn in the, on the right corner. And we have many more of those, and they're really pretty. So
thank you.
这是难得机会，说这些艺术家，平常也都是各自在不同的地方，这个场合除了艺术家跟艺术家对话，也是策展人或者学者专家发表他们的一些论点，那就是现场观众跟艺术家或者跟学者之间都可以对话，所以欢迎大家不要客气来。
谢谢很棒的 talk。那我可能先问Daniel老师小静老师，您刚刚有提到那个之后要发展立体的，而且这次的展览也有看到用 ceramic 所做的。那日后还是说这样的一个慢慢的发展会讨论到什么样的议题，或者是有朝更多媒材的发展吗？
我个人觉得，很幸运的作为一个艺术工作者在21世纪还可以做这些事情，我们应该多方面参与。我不觉得我们应该被市场限制住，我们该做什么，我们该用哪一些媒材。所以我过去是一个很不听话的学生，现在我也不愿意做一个很听话的艺术家，所以我觉得我想要做什么，我想要尝试什么，我不想做什么，这些都不要勉强，都应该按照自己的意思去做。所以我觉得需要有一些立体的东西，甚至于这一次展出，我觉得我希望我的主要的一张这个影像，它应该用一些屏风的方式，比较立体的方式展示出来。我觉得这些都应该是一些活的东西，都不应该受到过去传统的限制。至于采用的材质，如果需要用瓷料的东西，需要用金属的东西，需要用雕塑的东西，需要用各方面 video 的东西，我觉得这些都是自由的才是，就是这样。所以以后，我想我可能会尝试更多的东西吧。回家好好去学 3D print。
So this is for you guys. That was really great. It was really fun. Also to hear you kind of bounce back and forth between like the art brain and the science brain. So, you know, that's kind of something, I mean, that's something I'm very interested in, like the interconnections between art and science and how two seemingly very distinct methodologies can actually be blended into a single space. And I would love to hear, I mean, aside from the fact that you two are obviously friends, like how have you kind of, like where did you begin to kind of cross the boundaries of these two very distinct spaces?
I think so it actually is not a side of being friends. I think any kind of collaboration, you have to like the person because you're going to spend a lot of time working with him or her. And I strongly believe in that. I think if you have two people coming with very different methodologies, our inspiration comes from the same place, and our experience of the world we live in comes from the same place. The separation of art and science is totally an anomaly of the last 100 years. It's nothing that really existed before the industrial age hit. So friendship is number one, because when you're, well, let me just say this way. My professor, Roy Ascott, believes in a three-drink theory, that after the third drink, there is no disciplinary boundary. So the idea is that when you hang out and you can talk, suddenly we're sitting around and we're going, yes, so what would you do if you didn't have to? If you didn't have to do stuff in the lab, if you didn't have to do grants, if you didn't have to be constricted by everything that a lot of scientific methodologies is, the Hox gene. Yeah, what's the Hox gene? And it just kind of progresses into this really interesting exploration of, you know, a fun way of thinking, of expanding our views, sharing it with the audience, having the audience share it with us, and just being experimental with it. And I lead a center that I teach art and science, so does Siddharth. We actually are really committed to that. And I find that the new generation now is starting to really blur that boundary much more, especially through technology. It's become really much better than when I was a student, for instance. So there's hope. I believe that the connection of art and science is critical to survival of humanity. You too, right?
For me, it's given me freedom to explore outside the boundaries of a lab, and for a lot of times as a scientist, you're stuck in a little space where you're happy if your experiment works, and if you're unhappy if it doesn't work. And so this avenue gives me more of a creative freedom to explore without worrying or being so tied into that very selfish motivation of getting your experiment to work. So, and I love interacting with new people and talking to them. So I guess I found my space a little bit, so yeah.
There's a one-to-one correlation. The scientists who worked with artists in our labs published more papers, did more experimental work. So it's actually really good for science. There's a general sense that artists need scientists. It's the other way around more. Scientists need us desperately. And they really do. They're just stuck in this really, really oppressive system. And you know, artists have an issue too, of course. You know, these worlds shouldn't be separate, but scientists need artists.
Hi, I have a question about the Hox gene. Thank you as well for the really interesting information. I'm interested really from a kind of medical humanities kind of point of view, if you're thinking the Hox gene and not necessarily using it, so to speak. Is it a fundamental principle of unity that brings all living beings together? If they all have it, is it a universalizing thing? Or is it the fundamental principle of all diversity? Or how do you resolve that as a paradox?
It is a symbol of unity, but if you are studying Hox genes, they talk about morphological differences. So the fact that a fly looks so much different than us is also because of these. And the changes that happen with us, with menstruation, where you're constantly menstruating, these genes are being active at that point. So it's also our own changes that are happening. You're activating these. And how the baby grows from a baby to an adult, there also it's being activated. So, and all these processes are true across all living beings. So there is variation, but it's grounded in that universal truth almost.
It's about consciousness. It's about transitory nature and the interconnectivity of everything, but ultimately it's about our consciousness, recognizing the animal kingdom as part of our consciousness, and including the plants and the solar systems. Just the entire thing is connected. So that disconnect that happened with the art and science separation and the industrial age and the mass production that now has reached absolutely ridiculous proportions is collapsing. What we're seeing, the systems that are collapsing is those systems of separation. And that's why we really need to understand, which by the way is very natural in the Eastern traditions. We're the ones that created that separation that had been adopted by the Eastern terribly. So this East and West connection is also very important in this expansion of consciousness, animal kingdom of course.
问答就到这里。那中间我们休息1个小时，下午2点欢迎大家回到这个地方，谢谢大家。